Hey guys, a little bit of a quicker video today. This is a very recent purchase I made on eBay maybe a week or two ago, and it just came in. I purchased 5 PSA slabs from eBay, and the story behind it goes that I just got done playing with my friends. It was close to midnight, so I checked eBay, which it was just a habit of doing it, even though I know I never found anything. And this guy just posted a lot. I checked his account. He only usually sold sports cards and stuff. And he sold these cards, and it was a buy it now or best offer for like $40 plus $6 to ship. And I don't know why I thought this. This is pretty stupid of me, but I thought I saw 6. I thought I saw 6 cards. So I did the math, and I'm like, holy crap, it's less than $8 a slab. And like, if you watched my graded card like philosophy thing, or maybe I didn't actually make one of those. God, I'm blanking. Anyway, I usually like to pay at least like $8 to $10 a slab. And I know, like, that's ridiculous. It costs way more to grade them, but the truth of the matter is that most slabs are worthless. And you'll see that kind of in this lot. So I made the mistake of thinking there were 6. And so I paid, $46 for this lot, thinking that there were 6 of them, and that I paid like $7 and like 50 cents a slab, when in reality there's only 5. And so I end up paying more, like $9.20 a slab, which isn't that great. But considering my price point and what I got, I still think it's a win. So figure I show you. So 5 slabs. The first one is Cinderace V from Shining Fates PSA 9. This card is the worst of them all. Kind of worthless. It's not that special. But all of these cards come from Shining Fates, so you might kind of get an idea of what's coming next. There's nothing really to show you here. You know the grade on it. Whatever. It's a fine card. I didn't have it, but just consider I paid close to a little over $9 for each of these, and it's like, I don't know. So this card's not as great as any of the other ones. The other ones aren't extremely special. I didn't find something. This guy didn't mispost these, but the other cards at least have some significance, so there you go. The next card is a shiny Thievul from Shining Fates, a PSA 9. Now you might understand why I got these. These were baby shinies, as they're called, from Shining Fates that I didn't have. Thievul, I didn't have it, and a PSA 9, so it's pretty cool. I keep shaking this. So yeah, pretty cool. The next one is a PSA 9 of a baby shiny Rillaboom from Shining Fates. Again, pretty cool card. I like these shinies. I know Shining Fates is overprinted and blah, 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 blah. It wasn't as good as Hidden Fates was when it released during like the Sun and Moon era. But I don't care. I mean, these are still really cool. And, PSA 9 for these two, they're still pretty cool in my opinion. These last two were the real reason why I got this lot. First, we have a PSA 10, baby shiny Gossifleur from Shining Fates. Yes. Okay, so listen, like, it's a PSA 10, so I'm like, yay, woohoo, it's great. But, I mean, nobody really cares about this card too much. Even in a PSA 10, it goes for maybe like $15, maybe. You got to find the right person. And I'm not too concerned. I mean, I'm not reselling these. Like, this is my collection. I do this for fun. And you got to start somewhere, man. I had a PSA 9 of a card I haven't made a video about yet. But this is my first PSA 10. And yeah, it's not too great of a card, but it is a baby shiny. Like, that's the reason why I got this. People on eBay, you'll find tons of them being like, PSA 10 card, it's like of a common card or something. Or it'll be like of an energy. It's like, no. like, this card isn't exactly like the most rare or sought after card, but it is a baby shiny, and to me that's special and unique and cool. And I don't care if there's a trillion of these, I still think it's pretty cool and worth the $9, admittedly. And lastly but not least, a PSA 10 Sent to Scorch V from Shining Fates. Another cool card. And like this, again, another one, it's like, it's a PSA 10. It's pretty cool, but not just because it's a PSA 10, because it's part of the Shining Fates and it's part of the Shiny Vault. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, if this card was a PSA 10, I'd be like, I don't really care. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. But even the Gossifleur, and especially the Sent to Scorch V, like, these are two cool cards to have in PSA 10s. Like, yes, I know they're new cards, and so like a PSA 9 is like not worth as much, but it's still really cool to have these for two reasons. I learned two things from this lot. See, I'm still learning. Like, this happened a couple days ago. One, I looked these up on PSA Lookup to make sure like these are legit and that, like, you know, I'm not getting scammed. They were legit. But every time I looked them up, they always came up with like a PSA price guide thing. And it would say like, oh, this card in the PSA price guide is $25. It's like, no. Like, okay, maybe, but no. Like, if you go on eBay and you try and like look at the ones that have sold, no one's paying $25 for this. They'll say like, oh, this is also $25. It's like, no, people paying like $10 for this. I think it's cool, and it's cool to get a lot of these, but I'm not delusional in thinking that I got a fantastic deal. Anyone selling slabs pretty much, you know, almost always knows what they're worth. So I learned that. But the second thing I learned, and this is something I didn't really think of, so I need to make another video of the other slabs I got and the deal I got on those. But the truth of the matter is, these are good as markers. What I mean by that is, like, you can compare these two cards, and, like, this one got a PSA 9, and this one got a PSA 10. But, like, you're going to find that, like, the differences, like, the reasons, like, you won't be able to figure it out. Like, you might see, like, one or two small marks in this card, and it drops down a whole letter. I mean, a whole, like, number. Like, that's crazy. So, my point is, like, right now, in my slab collection, I have a PSA 10 now. I have a PSA 9, and a PSA 8, and a PSA 5. So, if I ever get my cards graded, which I probably won't, and I will make a video on it, I can compare them to this. I can be like, okay, like, I'll take out a PSA 10, a PSA 9, a PSA 8, and a PSA 5 and be like, okay, based on these cards, what do I think this is going to get? And that's kind of useful. Because, again, a lot of these cards, like, from your childhood or whatever, you can take a look at them and be like, yeah, these look great. PSA 10, definitely. Or PSA 9, and you come back, it's like a 6. It's like, what the hell? So having these markers will probably be pretty useful. And I would suggest this, I think. You know, if you're going to get your cards graded and you want to make sure, like, you don't send, if you want to make sure you send cards in that are actually going to, like, grade well and you don't, like, waste money or whatever, I'd suggest doing this, getting a PSA 10, a PSA 9, a PSA 8 or whatever, some cheap cards that no one really, they're not sought after, just so I can be like, okay, well, what did PSA see in this? You know, also included with it is a full art Paldean student from Paldean Fates. Yay, and it's like, oh, hey, I hope you enjoyed the free card. And it's like, yeah, this card's worth, like, nothing. But you know, it's still a cool card that I didn't have. And, you know, it's still cool. Again, side note, tangent, I hate that there's so many secret rares now. This is technically a secret rare. It isn't even worth, like, the card, like, the top loader and the sleeve inside of it is worth more than the card. And yet I have to put it with my other secret rares, like the secret rares that are worth, like, $50 or $100. I got to put Paldean Student behind it. Just whatever. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.